Hello, welcome to Mind Your Matters. My name's Amanda Jane, and if we haven't yet met, I am a mom to 4 kids, 8, 6, 4, and 2, but almost 3. In a couple days, my baby is gonna be 3. I cannot believe it. I was talking with a friend today, and I just couldn't believe it. Anyway, thank you so much for being here on Mind Your Matters, where we desire to mind our matters so that we have more time and more capacity in our life for what truly matters. And my base of what truly matters is Jesus, my family, and just serving the Lord. So here we are. Welcome to Mind Your Matters. I'm so glad you're here. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about our homeschool summer plans for reading. So I was asked to join this collab by Ingrid, and I also have my friend Jennifer. So both of these ladies invited me to join in on this homeschool, what we're reading this summer and what's going on. So we are year-round homeschoolers, and it works for us. If you haven't seen my videos on why we do that or our homeschool story, all the stories, go ahead and head over to the playlist in the homeschooling section of my channel, and you will find the why and all the things. So if you needed to catch up. But long story short, I'm a homeschool mom to 4 kids, and we homeschool year-round, and I got some books that we tried to get through. Now, read-alouds are not easy when you have kids in general. When you read-alouds are just not easy at all, but it's good to have a plan. Don't beat yourself up if that plan doesn't happen, but plan to do something. Plan to do some reading, whether you're at the beach by yourself, if you're doing your personal fulfillment reading, which I'll share with you in a minute, the books that I'm reading and wanting to work even back through a lot of these books because I really enjoyed them for my personal fulfillment and joy of reading. And there's also the read-alouds with your children. Are you going to grab a book and go sit by the creek and sit on a rock, go on an adventure and say, okay, let's read a couple excerpts from A.A. Milne or some other poets? There's some really cool things that you can go ahead and do with your children with reading. So without any further ado, we got this long introduction. Let's look at the books that I have actually in my book basket. I literally grabbed our book basket. What are we working on right now? Right now we are working on this book, and I learned about this book from a friend here on YouTube. Thank you so much to the Homeschooling Grammy. She's sharing some of her Sunlight, I believe was her curriculum, and they're reading this book, or read this book, and she really enjoyed it, and I really like it so far. Now, it's a bit of a challenge to us with my children being younger, but they do listen. There's a lot of beautiful imagery, there's a lot of storytelling, and just we're getting to know the characters. We're getting to know Billy, we're getting to know grandfather, we're getting to know, really exciting. The back here, and the title, Walk the Sky Path. I want to read the excerpt from the back because we're currently reading this, so it's exciting. Billy Tommy, a 10-year-old old Seminole Indian, lives with his family in a chickee on the Mangrove Island in the Florida Everglades. Billy is the first in his family to attend school. Now he walks in 2 worlds: the traditional world of his ancestors and the modern world of teachers, tourists, and schoolmates. Billy's grandfather Abraham tells him the legends, stories, and rituals that are important to the Seminole people. Abraham says that an honest man who leads a good life will walk the path to the city in the sky when he dies. But Billy wants to learn more about the white man's ways. Caught between 2 cultures, which path will Billy take? So this has been really exciting. My children are enjoying all the fun things. They go frog hunting and all that stuff, so my sons are enjoying it. My daughter as well. She actually thinks the grandmother is kind of comical. Don't let the white mans come here. So it does talk about the negativity of cultures not understanding each other, the Indian cultures, and then the American culture, American schoolhouse kids, and so on and so forth. So this is a great book. I suggest that you pick this up. One book we're still working through. Sometimes we're not too faithful to a book. We'll put it down if it starts to be a pain, but I will catch the kids up on it, is Invisible Stanley. You've probably seen this before. We've done some reviews on books that we're currently reading and enjoying. And Invisible Stanley is really fun. This is a series of, we got Invisible Stanley, we got another one we're going to do a little bit later is Stanley in Space. And there's also one that we actually don't own, but we borrowed from a friend way back, and it started our love for these books, was Flat Stanley. So these are really cute and really fun. Here, the boy Stanley does a disappearing act, and it's kind of cute and exciting. He has a little brother, and they get to have adventures with their family. And then here is the Stanley in Space. So these books are really fun, and I think I found these in the 50 cents pile at Goodwill. So that's a score. We just finished another book, not this one. We're just going to start this one soon. The Christian Heroes Then and Now. I know a lot of people are talking about these books, and we enjoy them. They're actually a part of the curriculum that we like, but it's the upper levels that will read it and do biography cover papers on it and so on, reports. So we finished Hudson Taylor, and it was great, and I've had, again, videos talking about it and us going through it, and it's just been so exciting. This is also a missionary, Gladys Aylward, and she was from China as well, and I cannot wait to get into this. It's going to be super exciting. I love her story, and I love reviewing the history of it, and it also deepens and widens my faith as I learn about these wonderful champions for Christ that went on before us. So I suggest to get some missionary stories. I honestly, if my kids go slow, I might just read this myself and go back with them later, but we'll see. That's a good one. So I guess this would be like a mama list too. I enjoy the read alouds. If I'm struggling through it, it's not going to be enjoyable. It's going to share my joy of reading. So it doesn't mean I have to absolutely love and find so much deep enjoyment in doing little board books or so on, but in some of the books that we read aloud together, I like to have that enjoyment shine through and not have to fake it till I make it, because I want to show them the true blue joy of learning and reading. Some of these books are constantly going through our pile. Like this book is a revolving book because we can always read these Bible stories. I've talked about this before, the Jesus Storybook Bible. It is a great book. We have it on audio books. We have it on Audible, so we constantly play right through it. My daughter has memorized sections of this, and I know it's not word for word like the King James Bible verses, but this has been a great book. We've enjoyed it so much. I love the stories, and I do love Sally LeJoynes, and I do love the reader that did it in the audiobook, and it's been great. So this is a good one. This is a very good book. Another audiobook that we enjoy going through, and we got this compilation, it's very big, but it's so beautiful, is of Winnie the Pooh, A.A. Milne, and there's also some of his other tales and stories in here. So cute, so exciting, and I always love the, punny or, like the wrong understanding that Winnie the Pooh has of things, and it's just so cute and childlike and innocent, and I just love that so much. So we've been working through this, listening to it. We've also had Beatrice Potter, which is, of course, a little bit alike to this, Peter Rabbit, all the other stories of all the other little animals. So all of these have been so much fun, and we do have the audiobooks in Audible for them. And this is just a gorgeous book, big, big words. So if I have a kid sitting with me, I can show them the picture. Boy, this is large. Show them the picture and go through the words. If we're going through, sometimes I'll stop and I'll be, what's this word? It. Good job. To, and this is a memory word, the, very good, the ground, gur and grin, G-R, gur, ow, in, out, ground. Now, I know that you don't need a phonics lesson, but sometimes I'll pause and do that and let them exercise their brain muscles. So this is a beautiful book. There's a lot of other stories, A.A. Milne. So we got this for a song off Amazon. Board books for my youngest and even my almost 5-year-old is we'll go through and we'll count and we'll try to match up. Here we also have one for letters and colors, and this is just the one I grabbed to show you. So Eric Carle, very, very good. Books that we're keeping on from our curriculum and also starting early. We're year-round homeschoolers, so we're doing our very best to just keep on trucking and doing the work and taking care of things. So my youngest, or not my youngest, but my going into K5 child is going to go through the little pamphlets here, and we're going to blends and all of that, punctuation, and I'll start working with these with him. And it's so fun and nostalgic to go back through these books. See, we got some blends here. I love these Abeka little pamphlets. So this is with the K5. My daughter, first grade, we're kind of working up. She's working on Fun with Pets. This is my second copy, but we're gonna work through this and continue on. You can see where we're at. So Fun with Pets will be fun. My son is working out of order for his readers still. He adds a lot of books. He's been reading some on his own. He likes the Magic Tree House, a whole bunch of books. So I don't cram all of this on him, but I do want him to get the history and the just the way Becca's readers are written. I don't want him to miss out. So these have been absolutely excellent. And a shout out to a video that's going to be coming out in a little bit. We have gotten together with a wonderful lady who makes beautiful history mailers, American Heritage adventures, and we are going to use a little bit of this and some other things to just highlight that adventure that we got in the mail so that we could share it with you. So that will be a video coming up. I also like keeping the primary Bible reader around because this is just wonderful scripture and it's easy to access and go ahead and read, and it's got those topics and the pictures, and it's just great. Now that I say pictures, none will show up. So here we got Joseph and Solomon, Noah. Yeah. So those are for the kids to continue on with their school materials, I guess we could say, even though we know we learn all the time. My basket of fun. This is all on gardening. So for my youngest, he really does enjoy this book. Again, we picked up from Goodwill. It is The Hungry Caterpillar. I'm sure you're familiar, but this is cool. There's like little holes. See? And he can eat through on Tuesday and Wednesday, and he just likes counting and rubbing his finger on those. It's exciting. So this is definitely gardening because we find worms all the time. Caterpillars, plants, this has to do with gardening. We have another book that we picked up, Beautiful Garden of Eden. This is a very sweet book as well. The pictures are just gorgeous, and I love how it is repetitive so the kids can start memorizing it. Super cute. And you probably have seen that book before. You've probably seen this book before because we're doing a garden collab every month. And this is the junior garden book. This was passed down to me from a friend. There's different activities that we can do. I do want to show them roots. We have some other vegetables that we root and plants we root, and they get to see how that works. Bean teepee, so on. And it's just right at my kids' levels to help them understand what we're doing in the garden. Grandpa Green, we reviewed this with actually some of my son's favorite books. This is a very cute. This is The Giving Tree. This is a cute book. This book we got it for Easter, but it's been sticking in our stuff for gardening. The garden and the curtain and the cross. So anyway, it just kind of ties in. We are The Gardeners, and this is Jonna Gaines. This is just a beautiful, darling book. I'm sure you've seen it before. And to pick it up so inexpensively was nice. And it talks about how the family plans and they end up failing, unfortunately, and killing some plants. And it started as indoor plants, and their love goes to outside. And we, of course, know the true story, or the story behind the story of the Gaines family and how their garden and everything like that has just been amazing. So look at this. Isn't that great? Anyway, so this is a cute new book. And this basket's empty. Are you ready for Mama's book? This is my side tray over here. You can see I just keep my stuff on this end table here, and it helps me. Of course, I've got my King James Bible, and I try to keep that accessible so that I can read God's Word. That is the most important book for our homeschool and for our life. I've shared this book on Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, you have to follow me over there. This is a book that was given to me by our church for Mother's Day, and I really appreciate this. It's say a lot to pause and to ponder, and it's really good. The sections in here are super sweet and short, and I appreciate that I can write some things that I need to remember to learn and process and all those things in there, because mama brain happens, if you know what I mean. Enjoy them working still through. I know I'm slow, but the Read Aloud Family here by Sarah Mackenzie. I'm so excited. Super awesome. So she's great. I do like her stuff. Or just like collect books and just look at them. Yeah. It's another book I'm continuing to work through, How to Develop a Child's Temperament. It's good to know about the temperaments. If you've ever gone through them before. Is your child a phlegmatic or what have you, and why they do that and the different blends thereof. This is a good book. I got this from Thrift Books. A book that I always have on hand is Proverbs for Parenting here by Barbara Decker, and it's great because it's a topical. See, I already have my notes. Woo-hoo. What are we struggling with? How about everything? We all struggle. Barbara Decker, there you go. Topics that you can go through. And then at the very top, it will be what the topic is. Like here, for instance, is getting along with others. Yeah, as you can see, that's flagged. We all struggle with that, even mamas. Have your Bible verses, isn't that great? So it's an easy access, like if I need to work on something or talk to a child about evil planning, being vindictive, planning on doing something nasty when mommy's not looking. All those things. It happens. We all struggle with it. So I can just go ahead and get these verses in my brain and heart, or I can share them with them from here. Right here I have plenty that I want to get to, but that's the initial plan. Yeah, I just hope it goes well. I want to thank Ingrid and Jennifer for allowing me to take part in this collaboration, just talking about what we are going to be reading this summer, what our plans are, what are we currently reading, just all the things. So thank you so much for joining me today here on Mind Your Matters. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Facebook and all those places. You can find the information in the description box. Also, you can find in the description box the channels that are also working together on this, and I hope that you can find some wonderful books that you can order or you can keep an eye out for at a thrift store or whatever. Maybe you can borrow from a friend, whatever. I just hope that this has been a fun time for you and that you've learned a lot of things. So thanks for being here. And I guess I'm going to fill up my ginormous basket of potentiality. I guess we'll call it. A great giant basket of potentiality. And when my kids get up, maybe we'll get some reading done. That would be nice. Sit on the porch swing, enjoy the beautiful weather, and just have a lovely summer. Have a beautiful summer. No matter what your day brings, I pray that you can mind your matters so that you can spend more time on what matters, training your children, loving God, and serving Jesus. Thanks for being here, and we'll catch you later. Bye. Oh, how I love books. Lots and lots of books. I have them everywhere, but at least they're not in my hair. Thank you. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.